Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have a special magnetism, attracting the attention and respect of everyone around them, while others struggle to be heard and taken seriously? Why at times do you feel that your ideas and opinions are ignored, even when they have great value? The truth is, respect and trust are not earned just by what we say, but also by how we act in our daily lives. Small, often unconscious, attitudes can sabotage your reputation and push people away from you. Are you making these mistakes? Keep watching to discover behaviors that may be damaging your image and learn how to correct them. The lack of reliability, the root of many problems. One of the biggest obstacles to being taken seriously is the lack of reliability. Reliability isn't just about big commitments, like honoring a contract or keeping a long-term promise. It is present in the small details of everyday life, like showing up on time for a meeting, doing what was agreed, and being honest in your actions. When people realize you are unreliable, they automatically reduce the importance of what you say. For example, imagine you constantly promise a friend you will meet, but you always cancel at the last minute or show up late. This creates an impression of disorganization and disregard, and over time, people may stop trusting what you say. Another common situation is making up excuses to cover up mistakes or failures. Lying may seem like a quick fix, but the truth eventually comes out, damaging your image irreparably. If you want to be taken seriously, start by being punctual, keeping your promises, and being transparent about your limitations. Reliability is the foundation of any solid relationship, whether at work, in family, or friendships. Not respecting other people's boundaries. Respecting others' space and boundaries is essential to building healthy relationships and earning people's respect. When you don't consider others' needs and preferences, you are being invasive, which can create discomfort and push people away. For example, forcing someone to talk about personal matters or disrespecting a colleague's rest time shows a lack of consideration. This not only harms your image, but also diminishes the trust others have in you. Mutual respect is essential in any type of relationship. Knowing when to stop, when to listen, and when to give the other person space is a sign of maturity and empathy. This only strengthens your presence and increases the respect people have for you. Arrogance, the poison for interpersonal relationships. Another very common mistake, which pushes people away, is arrogance. Sometimes, without realizing it, many adopt a superior attitude, believing it will generate admiration. However, the effect is quite the opposite. Arrogance manifests in various ways: speaking condescendingly, dismissing others' opinions, or refusing to admit your own mistakes. Imagine a scenario where you're in a work meeting and someone presents an idea different from yours. Instead of listening carefully, you interrupt and downplay the other person's contribution. This attitude may be seen as arrogant and creates a barrier, causing people to avoid interacting with you. The consequence: you become difficult to deal with, collaboration opportunities decrease, and worse yet, the respect you desire slips away. Humility is a quality that builds respect. Acknowledge your faults, be willing to listen, and learn from others. People connect more easily with those who are approachable and show openness. Not knowing how to listen, the silent mistake. One of the quietest ways to lose others' respect is by not knowing how to listen. Active listening is fundamental to creating deep and genuine connections. When you constantly interrupt, divert the subject to yourself, or show disinterest in what the other person is saying, you send the message that you don't value their opinion. Over time, people stop sharing their ideas or confiding in you because they know they won't be genuinely heard. Knowing how to listen is a valuable skill that shows respect and interest in the other person. Practice active listening, avoid interruptions, and show that you are truly paying attention to what the person is saying. This simple gesture makes a big difference in how people perceive you and can transform the quality of your relationships. Behavioral inconsistency, the breach of trust. Being inconsistent in your actions and behaviors can lead to distrust and disrespect. When your actions don't match your words, people find it difficult to know what to expect from you. One day you're kind and collaborative, the next you're irritated and distant. This fluctuation creates insecurity in others, making them not take you seriously or lose interest in maintaining a close relationship. To be respected, it's important that your behaviors are consistent over time. This creates predictability and trust, essential elements for any healthy relationship. Lack of empathy, the silent distancing. Empathy, or the lack of it, can be the deciding factor between being respected or ignored. When you fail to put yourself in someone else's shoes, you end up creating an invisible barrier. Empathy goes beyond simply understanding others' feelings. It's about showing that you care about what the other person is going through. An example of a lack of empathy is when someone shares a personal problem, and instead of listening attentively, you change the subject to something about yourself. This kind of behavior gives the impression that you don't care about the other person's feelings, creating emotional distance. Empathy is essential for building strong bonds. When you show genuine interest in others' well-being, it strengthens the trust and respect they have for you. Practicing active listening, paying attention to others' feelings, and offering support when needed are effective ways to show empathy and get closer to people. Being taken seriously and respected is a process that starts with self-reflection. Lack of reliability, arrogance, and lack of empathy are common mistakes that may be sabotaging your interpersonal relationships. But the good news is that all these behaviors can be corrected. By becoming more reliable, humble, and empathetic, you begin to transform the way others see you. And if you're ready to take the next step toward healthier and more respectful relationships, keep following our content, subscribe to our channel, and activate notifications to make sure you don't miss our next videos. Now, I'd like to know, which of these mistakes do you identify with the most in your daily life? Do you know someone who makes at least one of these mistakes? Leave your comment below and share your experience. And if this video was helpful, don't forget to share it with friends. Together, we can grow even more. I can't wait to read what you have to say. See you in the next video.